It might be the inviting of my lifetime to break down else obstacle. I'm prepared for how mission statement. Her mission statement, the period, is to be Arizona's at first female U.S. Senator. Arizona, that has selected 4 persons woman governor corps and multiple country legislative assembly, has never shipped a female to the U.S. Senate. Her supporters trust McSally has the characteristics to changing how. The Republic congressman blasting via impeding in the war as the at first woman soldier airman to fly in fight, and she was the at first to team a soldier troop in fight in U.S. story. But McSally is a uncommon vivid place for the GOP while it comes to woman involvement in the year's elections. In 2018, a year wherever unparalleled, historical levels of female are recording to run for office space, the Republic side is vision unchanged betrothal of female. Of the local learning organizations to the register rollers of domestic candidates, the as-called Year of the Female has substantially been just amongst more democratic female. I believe we requirement more than female in office space for certainly, told McSally. On the Republic Party, I believe we include 22 female in the building. I'm the just woman vet female Republic in the building. We requirement to present the variety of our nation, order. The more than female we can include fleeing and winner, the superior off we'll constitute. We requirement Republic female at the spreadsheet, mourned Erin Luce Cutrero, the founding member and CEO of She Should Work, a independent, local network organization in the mission statement to growth the quantity of female fleeing for office space in the joint state. Up the 2016 poll, She Should Work's web had on 100 female exceed per monthly. How bet has rising tenfold in the 17 months with Trump cards win, in shut to 17,000 female connecting. We've seen a terrible splash of female go in our programmed, told Cutrero, indicating out how her organization does not ask members for supporter identity. But he's precise, she told, how woman policy betrothal at the local standard, position Trump, remnant emotion of the leftward. It is sorrowful, it is sad. And the numbers are receive worst, told Representative Ileana Ros Lehtinen, the Republic congressman for Florida's 27th area, of the levels of woman Republic lawmakers in Washington. Ros Lehtinen, who is modest the year following almost 3 many decades in office space, says the Capitol is surely more than various rather than it was in 1989 while she was selected. But the numbers for female in the GOP are not increasing year on year. Down there are more than Republicans in the building rather than a 10 years back, but the ratio of female has fall. Common, female do up 9.7% of Republic senators and representatives, next the assignment of Cindy Hyde-Smith as Sen for Mississippi in April. For the Democrats, female now include fair by 33% of vote members. Associated, 11 state include no female presenting them in convention. Ros Lehtinen openly looks at the whites building for portion of the accuse. Fair halt in the behalf inviting, she told. It turns female away. It turns a lot of human beings away, but particularly youthful female. They fair say the is hideous. He's inspirational more democratic female to work, she told. Sadly, he's not inspirational Republic female to work. The rhetorical of the whites building is a recruitment instrument for permissive female to resist how. Ros Lehtinen, who bursts in power and insists guests appease in the cafecito of her Miami Cuban parenting, foliage Washington in and sinister precautionary to her own side. As length as we're seen as a side house homogeneous, not diverse, a side how doesn't welcome sexual minorities and female, a side how excludes guys how may diverge in us a slight beat, we're not departure to be a hospitable side for the next. And how's to our damage? The Trump card impact for advanced female and offended Democrats. Donald Trump cards poll and at first period include serviced as a rallying scream, guideline to the historical levels of female fleeing for office space in 2018. Trump card does wrath a lot of human beings, particularly female, told one Shanti Golar, policy CEO for Come America. A lot of human beings will urge the Trump card impact. Same's in the whites building, all these female wish to work. Come America recruitment female who wish to run for social office space and later giving them a 6-month, 70-time learning program. The team, love the strong Emily's listing and guest run for thing, is unapologetically leftward leaning and seeks to get advanced female in office space. Down there are multiple some learning and recruitment groups, consisting the independent vote run lead, that says it is vision indicative increase following Trump cards poll. Democrat Alyssa Slotkin, a at first-time applicant fleeing in Michigan's 8th area, is supported by Emily's listing and is use of the guide and supporting females groups are offer in her inauguration policy work. Slotkin brings to the campaigning a career in social facility and war intellect. She is a ex-CIA analysis and serviced 3 tours in Iraq. She consumable the recent 5-year of the Obama Authority at the Pentagon and was an advisor to 2 secretaries of defense. She marries How World briefcase in a village parenting in Ilex, Michigan, wherever she and her retired warmen now dwell on the household farmer. Trump card may include speak to the as-called neglected voters of the Midwestern in 2016, winner her area by almost 7%, on to the anthology of US policy, but Slotkin feels the electoral district remnant inaudible and underrepresented in the Trump card chairmanship. I listen of human beings how Washington radically does not know which's event in Michigan, in the Midwestern, the large transfer in our economics, how we are fair neglected and leftward out of the equalization, told Slotkin. How time while she individually thick felt close out by Washington happened in May 2017, on the day the building elect to annul Obamacare. Slotkin's mom, who died in 2011 of ovarian carcinoma, had permitted her public health insurance coverage to mistake since of the price. By the period she found she was ill and went to the physician, Slotkin's mom was already a phase 4 carcinoma patient. Slotkin monitored her congresswoman radiant and cheering as the Republicans famous in the CEO, although the building had unsuccessful to discover a replace for the affordable thoroughness instrument. Thing fair ruined for me. It was the total stubble how ruined the dromedaries behind, memorable Slotkin. Speaking to the picture of her smile congresswoman on TV, I told, thou do not get to do the. I solved to try and flame him. Trump card's chairmanship has remained a continuous resource of power and motive for at first-time candidates in the dark blue wavelength of female fleeing for office space. Targeting Republic strongholds each 1 week down there's thing event, told Cum Scholar. Or later we get else female someone's achieving out to us assist me find out how to run for office space. Assist me define which office space is top for me. Assist me be how large applicant. All how large power continues to fair heap at. Come America, in the medium of a fast extension of its web, told it is enterprising in the Republic strongholds of Alabama, Louisiana and Southward Carolina in 2017. He's evolving related organizations in Arkansas and Georgia. They see their extension as a silvery pad in Trump card's win and Hillary Clinton's losing. The events of 2016 sparked the wavelength of concern of more Democratic female needing to run for office space. Later come, and learning groups love it, began support and evolving how concern in complete-fledged candidacies. The increasing infrastructure facilities, says Cum, will not vanish if Trump card were to keep office space, enabling more Democratic female go on to boat train and run for office space. The purpose of these learning groups is to increase the 20% presentation of female in convention to above 50%, overlapping the demography of the joint state. On the Republic Party, Ros Lehtinen mourned the absence of financing and power for groups support prudent woman candidates, love major road and type PAC. The cause may just be down there's slight policy fine in elections for domestic Republicans if they don't hire female candidates, on to Kelly Dittmar, a scientist at the Center for Us Female and Policy. They've been winner out of she says. Output polls in 2016 showed the most of whites female elect for Trump card. They can tell, it doesn't question to us, we're winner elections. We're winner female voters. Down there are prudent female voters, yet vote for us if down there are prudent female on the voting or in office space, Dittmar added. The places how will solve the 2018 intermediate elections. Cutrero, of the Independent. She should work, warning Democrats of celebration the recording dark blue woman Wavelength, or Republicans of disregarding it. If the just woman presentation in by the government is amongst more democratic female, later the sounding of selected female will all go of a permissive point of view, and how wouldn't be member each, she argues. And it would not do for the top policies. This fact is, you wish to include human beings who diverge in you at the spreadsheet, Cutrero says. Thou wish to include human beings who believe otherwise. Clever, efficient human beings who believe otherwise. Since at the end of the date, thou re departure to go out in the clever politics.